So, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 1. You know, when I do these match reviews afterwards, I only want to focus on a few players. But in this one, it's going to be a little bit different just because of how I believe we played. I'm not going to do a ratings, but I just want to speak overall about the team, get my views on how the team played, what went right, what went wrong, what can be improved. So I think overall wasn't a great performance at all. There were parts in the game where you felt Arsenal could score more, but it just didn't happen. And yes, you could go up and say it's Liverpool Football Club, and yes, I get it. It is Liverpool. They're the champions of England. They are, you know, formerly European champions. You know, they've in the past 15 months, 16 months, they've won every single trophy that you possibly could win if you're playing in the English Premier League. But, and this is a big but, the way how we played, lots and lots of sloppiness in the way how we played. Sloppy passing, just countless of times. I mean, this was pivotal towards affecting the way how we were able to then create chances. Right now, everyone knows in this Arsenal side, Arsenal need more creativity. And unfortunately, we did not get the level of creativity that was needed. Now, players like Willian were brought in. Today, it was another poor game for him, like just non-existent. We know we don't have really creativity in that central midfield. I've always liked Ceballos to be that player. Now, I will say in the second half, Ceballos was absolutely fantastic, created 4 chances, and you know, delivered some nice thread through balls towards the likes of Lacazette, towards the likes of Eddie Nketiah, towards the likes of Aubameyang near the end of the game. And we need more of that, and we know transfers need to happen for that. But he was probably the only really bright spot out of the game that I can really call upon. I know that, you know, David Luiz, I thought, played very well in the game. He was one of our more consistent performers, and so did El Nene. But for the large part, the players were poor. I think there was maybe an element of not being very confident. Maybe it was to do with the likes of Arteta. I think everybody probably thought, looking at the team sheet, where is Gabriel? We didn't get him. But I do understand why he didn't play Gabriel. You want to play the same team that beat Liverpool the last time, because if you feel if you have a winning formula, it might work. The only players that didn't start the game was Nketiah and Martinez, and obviously because we sold Martinez to Aston Villa. Now, the reason for the goals was not a goalkeeping problem. The reason for the goals come down to we as a whole was not defending as a team. The first goal was Willian's fault for not tracking back and helping out Bellerin. That's his fault. The second goal, or maybe it was the first goal, was to deal with Tierney not stopping Salah from getting into the box. Now, again, I know what you're saying. I know Arsenal fans that are being positive right now are saying, but it's Mohamed Salah. But I'm telling you this right now. You have to stop him from getting in the box. If you stop him from getting in the box, that pass does not come from that shot doesn't come from Salah, meaning that Leno doesn't save it. And the way how Leno saved it, for me, I know the shot came with venom and pace to it. Like, it really was a good shot, especially when I watched the highlights after the game. You have to stop the delivery into the box. You cannot let Salah and Mane get delivery balls in. You cannot let them in the box. You just cannot. Like, they are too good of quality players, and today they killed us in the game. They killed us with the game because we made little defensive mistakes that maybe with a lesser team, 1 or 2 of those goals that were scored today might have just either wouldn't have gone in or yeah, it just wouldn't have happened. But this is what happens when you go up against the best team in England. And looking at the way how the game ended and where we are, you have to say that I think we've made a massive improvement on last season, but I still don't think that it's a big enough gap. I still think that we still got a lot of work to do. I think transfers will help with that. Some of the players coming through. I think Arteta's still trying to find his best 11 because for me, players like Granit Xhaka, who I always complain about time and time again, for me were just atrocious in the midfield, which is why Dani Ceballos, again, putting in a good performance in the game, played so well. And I hope Ceballos does get the nod on Sunday against Sheffield United, and I'll be putting out my preview for that game closer to the time. But things have to change. But as Arsenal fans, like myself, I'm incredibly disappointed. I wanted the boys to win. I did think that they were gonna maybe get a draw. That's ideally what we wanted, especially seeing everything that happened over the weekend. But it was a loss. And what we can take from this is that we need to defend as a team. And that's everyone. Not just the defenders, but also the midfielders helping out, as well as the attackers helping out as well. We also need to create, and that's something that I feel that maybe only transfers could do. And then we also need to attack with consistency, with energy, and with vigor. And that's more to do with a man management thing. That's whereby if we had everybody healthy, who would be the players that we would start with? I mean, I'm definitely playing with Eddie. Gotta start with Aubameyang. And for me, you probably go with Martinelli. And then maybe with Willian at the number 10, you're putting a Thomas Partey in that midfield for Dani Ceballos in there, and you're laughing. You've then got a midfield there with defensive quality, with the ability to create. You got Partey there, who's your rock, but who also has the energy there to also assist Ceballos when needed. You got Willian there, who is also going to provide creativity and also at times get back for the creative stuff. He needs to get back more. We do need to defend as a team, particularly because this team lacks the overall quality to be able to truly allow players to just roam free flow and just to do their thing. We're not there yet, but we've got a lot of good pieces in play. Now, with that being said, we've got Liverpool again on Thursday, this time in the Carabao Cup, and I do think a lot of the kids will play. And I can honestly say, I don't think it'll be as easy as what everybody's saying, because I do think that Mane came off in 70th minute, and so did Keita went off in the 70th minute, and I think that we might see them in those games if we do not play well. But I do think in that game I can see Runnison starting, I can see Nketiah starting, I can see Pepe starting, Reece Nelson will be starting. You could be damn sure Dani Ceballos better start in there, along with probably Joe Willock in there as well. And in this game, because we didn't see the likes of Gabriel, I expect to see Gabriel, I expect to see Saliba. And you know what, I think Pablo Mari is close to being back now. I think he is now started training again. I would not be surprised to either see him either come up off the bench or start the game as well. And not sure about Cedric Suarez. I think he's still out injured. I think he had a bit of a knock, so he might also get some games too. But the game on Thursday in the Carabao Cup will be a tough game. And I know everybody's saying those games don't matter, but I want to win trophies. we are Arsenal Football Club. We should be there to win every single trophy we possibly can. This will also help the development of a lot more of our young players. Players that I've talked about time and time again, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, Joe Willock, Saka, and so on and so forth. These are the types of games that we need to win. Let these young players take these opportunities and just run with it. And I think that in this game against Liverpool, we can run with it and we can get the win. And that's why for my prediction of the game, I'm going for an Arsenal win, and I'm going with a 3-1 win in favour of Arsenal in this game. I think that we've got the mentality, we've got the players. Liverpool surely are going to rest players in this game. And looking at the Liverpool fixture list, if you bear with me 1 second, they've got obviously us on Thursday, and then they've got Aston Villa on Sunday, like us, and who has Sheffield United on Sunday. So it is bound to be a very interesting week, a very tough week with lots of games. And Aston Villa, they just won 3-0 tonight against Fulham. So, you know, for Liverpool, Villa are more of a difficult game in the long run, especially if they're looking at winning the Premier League title again. My guess, Liverpool will start a lot of the bench players that came on, the likes of Minamino, James Milner, I think will play. But we can win this because we've got enough experience. We've got our young players as well. We've got a good number of experience as well. And I really do believe that we could go up and win those games. So guys, thank you once again for watching the video. Do remember to leave your comments below, like the video, and check out my other content as well. Those things should be somewhere around here, telling you to click on the videos or some of the other videos that I've talked about. And I will see you all on Thursday.